Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 418. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on the link right there on the Facebook side, as Roxanne has already done. Excited to be seeing her here. We'll be talking about, I'll keep you hanging. I'll keep you hanging. But anyway, I do invite you to click on the link because I can accommodate up to 9 guests. So we can have like a little party if you like. You can promote your business, say hello, et cetera, et cetera. And if you could share this out, that would be really nice so that more people here in Durham can find out what indeed is happening. Okay, let's start with the word page. That is the government and nonprofit information page. So I do like to point out that there's some really great programs and services that are being offered by local nonprofits, excuse me, the city of Durham and also Durham County. So just go up and down the page and see what pertains to you and sign up. And in fact, let me tell you about one thing. Okay, this is impromptu. Wait, let me see if I can find it. It's a city program and it's really hip. It is, let me see if I can find it, the toilet rebate program. I know that sounds kind of wild, but suppose you live, in an old house. You have an old toilet. So it might take 6-7 gallons per flush. We're talking a lot of money and a high water bill. So if you're like me and live in a newer house, your toilet might only take like maybe 1.5 gallons per flush. So people in newer houses, or at least people with newer, more efficient toilets, their water bills are substantially lower. So here's what the city wants to do. They want to, in a way, pay you to get an efficient toilet to save on your water bill and to save, the city's resources as well. So this toilet rebate program will offer you up to $100 toward the purchase of a toilet. They won't give you the money, but it's put on your water bill. So you don't have to pay your water bill for probably a few months after you get your toilet. So, and I went to Lowe's, the efficient toilets are about $100. Free toilet. You want to get this. You definitely want to check this out. So if you have a plumber take care of it, then of course when you show the invoice to the city, you have to show them the installation fee and the purchase fee, because they only cover up to $100 of the purchase fee. So you can get, if you get a fancy $300 toilet, you'll still only get $100 on your water bill. So this is something to think about, especially if you have an old toilet, an old house, and you really, really need to save on your water bill. This is a great way to do it. So it's on the word page. Check it out. It is under, in fact, excuse me, it's under City of Durham Water Management Department. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Oh, city board vacancies. Okay, if you have a special knowledge or just interest in any of these topics, and you can join one of these boards or commissions, lend your expertise. You can put in your application by end of day Thursday. So the openings are in the areas of the Affordable Housing Implementation Committee, the Durham Workers' Rights Commission, and there's also the Human Relations Committee. So if you're interested in any of those, check out the word page under City of Durham, under the little calendar. Okay, let's see what's happening. Oh, wait, first, the Durham County libraries are all open until 8. Bragtown closes at 6. They reopen tomorrow at 9:30. Bragtown reopens at 10. And now let's see what's happening at Durham Tech Small Business Center. They're back with the in-person classes. None today, but there will be some online. They're all free. Let's see. Today's what, the 18th? Okay. From 6 until 7:30, get your local business on Google search and maps. Very important. That sounds like a good one. Here's another one, 6 until 7:30, getting started with video marketing. That's another good one. And here's another one from 6 until 8, LinkedIn for small business. I keep forgetting about LinkedIn. Yes, that's like the Facebook for business, so to speak. So check it out. These classes are totally free. All you have to do is register and be ready to take some extensive notes. Okay, we're going to the health page. I see Guy, our cook, has joined us. And Guy, I'm going to bring on Roxanne first to talk about some legalities. So she needs our help. And then we'll bring on Guy, who's in Kennewick, Washington State. Okay, we're going to the health page. I do have your COVID updates, including the fact, let me find it, that now the Pfizer COVID-19 booster vaccines are available for children ages 6 months to 4 years. You can go to Durham County Department of Public Health, 414 East Main Street, and the clinics are open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 until 4:30, closed for 1 hour, of course, for lunch, from noon until 1. Okay, what else is on the health page? Oh, HELP is open until 2 today. HELP is the Health Equipment Loan Program. It's a county-run program where you can donate or borrow such things as wheelchairs and tub transfer benches, knee scooters, canes. So if you just got out of the hospital, elderly, injured, whatever, they don't care. They want to help. So you can go to 4206 North Roxborough Street, Suite 100, today until 2, Friday 1 until 5. And you can donate something. They'll disinfect it. They'll repair it as necessary. Or you can borrow something for 3 months. If you need it for longer, give them a call and say, I need it for longer. And they'll say, sure. Easy. So that is, again, today, the Health Equipment Loan Program till 2. And now let's go to the Health Events page by going to the top of the health page and click on the big blue button. Okay, today's the 18th. Let's see. The African American Dementia Caregiver Support Group. They'll be meeting virtually. That's this evening at 7 o'clock. I do have the link, so you can write to Tiffany Summers and get that link, or you can call her. This is run by Duke, and of course, it's free. Also, the Duke Cancer Patient Support Program, they're having a virtual parenting with cancer support group for those parents, guardians, grandparents whose kids have cancer, kids or teens have cancer. You can get some tips, get some support, get some resources. That's online, 7:30 until 8:30. And then tomorrow, the Daughters Concerned for Aging Relative Support Group, they'll be meeting virtually from noon until 1. Also a Duke program, and you don't literally have to be a daughter, just someone caring for someone with dementia or Alzheimer's. And again, that's online tomorrow, noon until 1. Now let's go to the senior page, senior scope. And I just wanted to let you know that I have a lot of information like flyers to take to your congregations or your groups about senior pharmacists. Senior pharmacist is at 406 Rigsby Avenue, same building as the Durham Center for Senior Life. It's on the second floor, in fact, the parking lot level. So basically, senior pharmacists, they help seniors and some people with disabilities get access to medications that they can't otherwise afford. Very important. And also they help you with that Medicare Part D. If you're on medication and you already know you're saving money because you're on Medicare, but here's what happens. Sometimes those providers will switch up on you and they won't carry your medication the next year. If they don't send out notices, all of a sudden you're getting a bill for $600 or $200 or whatever. So senior pharmacists help seniors by meeting with them at the end of the year and make sure that their providers are carrying their medications through the new year. They also do a medication review to make sure that you're taking everything safely. So if you need information about senior pharmacists, you can call them direct, 919-688-4772. But if you want someone to bring a bunch of flyers to your church, your house of worship, whatever your business, let me know, because I'm working with them for the next few months to get the information out about senior pharmacists. So there you go. Now let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Let's see what is happening. Let's see. Check my notes. Oh, New World. Yeah, that is tomorrow. Now, the Durham Center for Senior Life, like I said, 406 Rigsby Avenue, they have DCSL Connect, which is all about tech. A lot of us older folks love technology too, but we want to learn about it. So tomorrow, they're going to have something called New World, New Skills. learn how to use your smartphone or your computer. Sometimes our kids or grandkids give us their old phones and whatnot. We don't know how to use them. So you can learn how. It's going to be tomorrow from 1 until 2. You don't have to register, just show up. And let's see what else is happening. Now, today there's something happening called, let me find it, Get Healthy Eating Class Discussion. It's going to be in the theater from 2 until 3. That's going to be this afternoon. So you do have to call real quick and see if you can get in, see if you can register. I'll give you the number, 919. You scroll up here, 688-8247. And then we scroll back down and give you the extension. The extension is 110. So call and see if you can get in. It is the Get Healthy Eating Class Discussion today, 2 until 3. And while you're at it, you might as well sign up for the CPR class that's being offered tomorrow from 2 until 3 if you register for that as well. And then let's see, Thursday is a volunteer appreciation lunch from 2 until 3:30, honoring the Durham Center for Senior Life volunteers. And then also to let you know, the North Carolina, Roxanne might be interested in this one. The North Carolina Senior Tar Heel Legislature, they're holding their 30th anniversary celebration at the center. It's going to be on Friday morning from 8 until 9:30. This is where you get to meet Durham County's candidates and learn about the legislative priorities for seniors for 2023 and 24 while enjoying a light breakfast, which is very sweet. So you might want to sign up for that one. Okay, let's now go to the Let's Go page, the last page that we will be visiting. I invite you to check out the other classes when you have time, pages when you have time. Let's scroll down to 18. What's today? The 18th. Let's scroll down. And then we'll bring on our guests. There we are. New Visions of Africa restaurant will have their grocery giveaway. They do this every Tuesday at 12:30. This is where you can go and pick up free food if you are in need. There are a lot of people in need. I was there last week. That line was long. Yeah, people still need help, and I really appreciate 𝗕𝗧𝗬 and his crew. So at 12:30, you can get free groceries. They're served by the 5 and 5K bus. Try to have a rollaway cart. They give away lots of groceries. Also, if you're driving, go around and park in the W.D. Hill parking lot. That's their next door neighbor on Fayetteville Street. Camden Institute. I did say they start at 12:30. Okay. Camden Institute, they're having their Tuesday volunteering. They call it the Tuesday Volunteering 4/18/23. To put it precisely, this is where from 1 until 5, people who love to tinker with technology, they're invited to put together and refurbish computers for people in need. So it's super needed. And if you can help, they're on Highway 55 way south, and that's a really great service. Thumbs up to Camden Institute. New Visions will be back from 3 until 6, giving away prepared meals this time for people in need, so you can stop by again. Caroline Daly Recital that emanates from Duke University Chapel. Beautiful music. The bells will be ringing. You don't have to go to the chapel. Instead, go to Facebook Live, hook up your speaker, and turn it up for some gorgeous music. 4:59 to 5:20. 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 Baptist Church is having their plastic bag ministry, as they do every Tuesday from 5:30 until 6:30. Volunteers get together. They get out those crocheted needles, and they make mats, big mats, out of plastic bags. And they give them away to people who are homeless, so if they don't have to lie directly in the dirt. So that's going to be at 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 Baptist Church in northern Durham County from 5:30 until 6:30. You are invited to play music bingo with DJ Halo at Boxyard RTP, an outdoor event. Weather's perfect for it. This will be from 5:45 until 7:45. It's a free event, and it's dinner time, so there will be venues right there where you can buy food and drink. So you can see how good you are at recognizing songs, a wide range of songs, within like a minute. So 45 to 60 seconds. Actually, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. But anyway, that should be really fun, and it's free, and it's outdoors from 5:45 to 7:45 at Boxyard RTP. The Black and Brown Ballet class is at the Hayti Heritage Center from 6:30 until 8. It's $10. You have to be at least 12 years old, intermediate or beginner dancer. They start with stretches and then they go into the ballet technique. So it should be a really fun class for people who love ballet. Harris Beverage is the site for the Durham Toastmasters meeting where you learn to speak extemporaneously in front of people. That should be really fun for people who just want to learn how to just talk without a script. So that's from 6:30 until 8. Now, it is in person. Harris Beverage is on Hillsborough Road, but you can also attend via Zoom, which is probably not as much fun because the pressure is off if you're in the safety of your own home. But anyway, it is from 6:30 until 8 this evening, and it's free. Marvis Fun, still not sure is Marvis Fun if Marvis Fun is having her Stay Well virtual line dance class. I know she's having some work done at her house, so she might be having her line dance class from 7 until 8, but the link is there, so you can go to Zoom, and if she shows up, then you'll know class is on. There you go. Tuesday Blues Jam is from 7 until 10 at Blue Note Grill, and that should be fun for people who love the blues. Free admission, and I'm sure they'll let you dance too. You can also hop on stage, play the blues, sing the blues, and again, that's at the Blue Note Grill downtown on Washington Street. And that's it. Let us check the weather. Let me put my iPad up here. Let's check the weather. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It is 68 right now. It's sunny. It's going to be sunny all day long. It's going up to 77 degrees. It can't get much better than that. Actually, it can, because tomorrow it's going to be 82 and sunny. So there you go. And I think on Friday it's going to be 83. That's when I'll be DJing at the bus station downtown. Hope you can come by and say hi. And share this out if you could. I'd really appreciate it. So Roxanne has something really important to talk about. So let's bring her on with a bit of fanfare. That's Roxanne Davenport. Let me bring her on with some fanfare. Roxanne from the Epilepsy Association of North Carolina. I got it right because you have it written down. I appreciate that.
Well, hello.
Hey.
Good afternoon, I guess now. It's good to talk to you always.
Yeah.
I say Patricia, but
Pat.
People call you Pat. But yes, I'm excited because the bill, I have typed up there Samantha Rose Davis Act for the seizure first aid for schools got passed through the House 100%.
You really worked hard on that.
We have. We've really worked hard to get that and then it got hard. We started the year before COVID and then it hit. So we had to, didn't have really any way to help because they didn't meet. So now this is our, I think, 4th year of trying to get it passed.
Oh, explain what I know what it is. Explain what it is. Pretend like I don't know.
Okay. Within 1 year, for children that had epilepsy, within 1 year, 3 kids died at school. Yeah, then people don't know that you can die from epilepsy. I mean, your heart rate goes down, your blood pressure goes up when you're having a seizure, and some people, it's not just kids, it can be adults too, but it depends on what area of the brain it comes from that can cause it. And that it can happen anytime. And so working really hard because, people have to learn CPR, and this is like CPR for seizures. You have to know what to do. And if, moms and dads will fill out paperwork to go to school and what their kids have and things like that. So they'll have on there that they have epilepsy. So do the teachers know what to do? I asked 3 of the teachers that I know from my child's high school, if they knew what to do, and only 1 knew.
Wow.
3 of them, and only 1 knew what to do when a kid was having a seizure.
Mm-hmm.
So, we need more help with that. And so we wanted to get it passed that it's a law that teachers somehow, you can see how it's written out. I have under the chat where people can go read about the bill. Please contact your congressman in the Senate now, because it passed through House of Representatives.
Okay.
And it's for the North Carolina General Assembly.
Okay, I see that you put it in the private chat, but after the show, I'd love for you to put it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, when you have time.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah,
I'll put it in there again.
Yeah.
But it's called the Samantha Rose Davis Act, because Sam was one of the kids, and her parents are fighting also to get something passed. And
so is the law that you want at least one teacher per school to know what to do, or all the teachers of every school to know what to do?
Well, we want, maybe some kind of, poster on the wall that could help the teacher that wasn't trained to know what to do.
Okay.
Because you can be certified in seizure first aid.
Oh, okay.
Just like you are in CPR, you can be certified in seizure first aid.
Now, wait a minute, Roxanne. I have on the Word page a list of the classes offered by the American Red Cross, all these different CPR classes. I have yet to see a seizure first aid class. They have all these, pediatric and adult and dog and cat.
Right.
But I haven't seen seizure. Is that something special? I mean, something in addition?
Well, it is now.
Okay.
You can look for it online.
Well, maybe your next step would to see if
Yeah.
because they're having
certified. I'm certified, but I'm not certified to teach, to get you
But you should see if the American Red Cross can offer, because the classes that are listed, at least, I only list the Durham classes. I don't know about other cities like where you are, but some classes are online only, some are classroom only, and some are a combination. So in some shape or form, it would be nice if the American Red Cross had a special seizure CPR. Let's contact them and see, because I met the new director. He's really hip.
Oh,
He's
wonderful. Wonderful. That really helps. Thank you. You have really worked well. I mean, worked with us too. Gosh, and thank you. Yes.
I try to, that's my job. I try to be helpful.
Yeah, and you've done great talking about this with us and letting me come on. But yeah,
the battle's not over though, right? You still need our help, right?
Oh yes, we need help with the Senate, and that bill, the act, will have to go to just the Senate committee. It's not going to the floor yet.
Okay.
For everybody, they're broken up in a committee to look at it, and it didn't pass the Senate committee. And I don't know why, because anybody can get it.
Yeah.
Oh, and okay. Well, he was spending some stuff there. But
I want to ask a stupid question.
Well, I'd be stupid. Really?
I never asked this. Is epilepsy always something that you're born with, or can it, or can you develop it later in life?
You can develop it anytime, really. Yeah. It can be genetic. They found out. High fevers.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a high fever when I was a baby, and it caused a scar tissue in my brain to form. But I didn't have it until I was 8.
I had a high temperature and have scar tissue on my heart. I didn't get epilepsy. I got what did I get? Scarlet fever. whatever that is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that affects, your heart, yeah.
Yeah.
Because my grandma had that. Mhm.
Okay. Wow. So you want us to make sure that so this is going to committee and then
Mhm.
you want people just to contact their representatives and
Right.
okay.
It'll have listed what they'll be able to see under comments, what page to go to,
Mhm.
and any bill you want to find out about, you can log in, you can, put your password and everything, and it'll show you if you know the number of the bill or what the name of it is, you
Mhm.
can find out who voted against it and who voted for it.
Right. Hold them
I mean,
accountable.
huh?
Hold them accountable.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. So that's how I was able to look and see that everybody had a check mark for
Mhm.
yes
Nice.
under their name. Yes.
Okay.
So that was great. So now can bug the Senate because they're going to have to get it. The committee is going to have to get it through the Senate
Okay.
itself. Before, I mean, it's just so much work. The committee, the whole Senate, and then the floor. It's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
You just need to
But
get to them somehow and convince them.
mhm. Yeah, look under your county and it'll tell you who to contact.
Okay. Okay.
So we've just bugged them.
Well, you need to. I mean, I can't
It's,
imagine sending your child to school and them not coming back. I mean,
oh gosh,
it
that's
sounds
just heartbreaking.
unfathomable to me.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But well, you asked about how many teachers. Um, you know, a nurse is there just half a day, so she should know.
Yeah.
And then I think the principal or vice principal should know because one of them will be there every
Mhm.
day, I think.
Mhm.
And at least I guess it depends on how many kids are in the school as to
Well, I
how
don't think it
many.
would hurt just to learn. I mean, it's a skill.
Oh gosh,
It's
you go
probably not too
online.
hard. How long does it take to really learn how to do this?
You
Couple
take a
days?
class for an hour and a half, then you take the test.
Oh,
Yeah, a breeze.
well, shoot, anybody can do that.
A breeze.
Okay.
So, yeah, either that or if you want to be taught in person, you can have somebody come
Mhm.
in person. But it's online.
Yeah, and if it's online, if it's online, I should put that. I should put that on the health page.
Okay.
Yeah, I should do that because a lot of people have old-fashioned wrong ideas about what to do, like putting
Oh,
spoons in their mouths and that sort of thing.
yeah.
That's what I
No.
grew up hearing. Put a spoon in their mouth. Get a spoon. Yeah.
Yeah, no. No, we can't swallow our tongues. They're just turning people on your side.
Hmm.
Put a pillow under their head. And
Exactly. Make
yeah,
sure
there's
nothing's
certain
going on.
time limits
Hmm.
as to if it's their first seizure or they have them for so many years as to when you call for the EMS
Hmm.
or the parents or what. So
Gee. Okay. I
yeah.
am so glad so put the info in the show notes afterwards, and then I'll grab those and put them in the Durham Skywriter, and let's get this
That's
going.
wonderful. Yes.
But
Let's do it.
congratulations getting it through the house because yeah, I didn't know you were working on it since pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID,
It's been a while. It's been
Yeah.
quite because you wanted at least a poster. But I
At
think
least.
training too. If it only takes an hour.
Yeah. I mean, not long at all. You just have to listen, pass the test,
Mhm,
and just make sure you remember, but it is not hard at all.
mhm. Man, saving a kid's life instead of just
Mhm.
panicking and running around in circles.
Right.
Because I know some people probably feel helpless when something like that happens. They don't know what to do,
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
know that you can step in and save a child's life, I mean,
I know that those parents, yeah, they would be just
And
I
you
mean,
send your kid hoping that they'll be safe. You're hoping that somebody would know. It's their business to keep your kids safe until they get back home to you.
that's
So
just so scary to
yeah.
me. And I say thankful that I have them and not my kids,
Mm-hmm.
but they can have it any time. I don't know if mine's genetic or not,
Mm-hmm.
but because I think my grandfather had them, but he
Oh,
never went to the doctor for it.
you didn't?
Well, he would have headaches and then he would just stare and not respond.
Oh,
So,
I didn't know what it was though.
yeah, but that's what I do. I stare and not respond.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Okay,
don't know if it's genetic or not, but
probably. So it skips. They say things skip generations.
oh yeah, that's true.
So maybe if you have grandchildren, maybe you'll have to keep an eye out and make sure they get.
Mhm.
I don't know if people are tested for epilepsy, or I guess you just keep your eye out for.
I don't know if how many people have gotten tested.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's not mentioned a lot, but um, there's they can be if they have a child with it,
Mm-hmm.
um, or if they'd have it like me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the family that their daughter passed away, they
Mm-hmm.
need to be prayed for because their other daughter somehow she hit her head, had a concussion, had to be in ICU. So
Gee,
now it's just heartbreaking for them because she can have
gee,
them now because hitting their head.
gee, I hope she's okay.
I know. I hope so too. I haven't heard anything for a few days, but
Mhm.
it's just heartbreaking. But look,
Are they in your town or another city in North Carolina?
another city, yeah,
Okay.
they're closer, yeah. To well, we do everything in Lexington, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're in another county. But
Okay. That's rough.
mm-hmm,
Man.
mm-hmm,
Well,
yeah.
thank you, Roxanne. Thank you so much for all the info you
Oh, thank
always bring
you.
us. I greatly
Always.
appreciate it. And I'm sure those of us, if there's anyone watching who has family members with epilepsy, I know they really appreciate your work, or at
Oh,
least now they know about the work that you're doing.
no, no problem. I mean, yeah, they just need to bug their senator in their
Yeah.
county.
Okay. You must do so.
Yep.
So, did you want to stick around while I bring on Guy, or should I let you go?
It's up to him
Okay, well,
if
let's
he.
bring him on. Boom. Hi, Guy.
I was waiting for the fanfare. Gosh, that was a letdown.
Oh,
That's okay. That's all right. I can live without the fanfare.
okay.
Really.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to go like pow,
The great thing that happened today,
Mm-hmm.
besides what I'm going to talk about in a minute, but this is just because Guy's old, he's forgetful, right?
Okay.
I went to the barber shop to get a haircut on
Mm-hmm.
April the 10th, 8 days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and hung my coat up when the girl told me to hang my coat up.
Uh-oh.
And I left it there.
Mm-hmm.
This morning, when they opened at 8 a.m., I was there when they turned the key in the lock, like you're waiting at the bank to get in there early.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked in and it's still hanging right there.
Oh, that's hilarious. Obviously, you
And,
don't keep your keys in your pocket.
but anyway, when I first came in the hangout, you were talking about that water saving thing that the city of Durham's doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I posted on Facebook about it, and it looks like, let's see if I go to this link.
The toilet rebate program.
And just a minute. You got to remember this, Roxanne. People that work in technology can't use technology. Okay. So there's the post I put up on Facebook.
Okay.
And the first line today, I heard about a great idea from Durham, North Carolina, in Bull City Hangout. And then
Whoa.
the blah, blah, blah part of it is a copy and paste of your page on the Word page.
Nice.
And then I commented, it says, I know that this is a good idea. So how come I haven't heard about it here in Kenway?
Ooh.
See,
Apply the pressure.
So just so you know, you have a great influence on the world.
Love it. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, saving that much water?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 5 gallons of flush.
Yeah, going from like 7 to 1.5.
Absolutely. And this is an arid region. Now, you know how we talked about kind of a desert plateau. It's not a desert like, don't think of Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
Okay. But think of real sandy soil, lots of tumbleweeds, you know, those weeds that when the wind blows, they roll around.
Scrubby kind of grass.
And sagebrush everywhere. Yeah. That's where I live. I'm in the city, but I drive 2 minutes outside of town and I got sagebrush and tumbleweeds.
Yeah, you don't want to be flushing 7 gallons.
Yeah. There's no need. Yeah. Not if they've got the technology developed for a lower flush. Now, the thing that we did is they build a toilet that's enhanced by the American Disabilities Act, and it's taller. It's like 2 inches taller. Roxanne's nodding her head. She must have one. So that makes a difference. And when you really notice it is when you go to a grocery store or someplace and have to use the restroom and they don't have one. They've got the old style that's 2 inches short. So you sit and then you plop 2 more inches. Yeah, it's kind of scary. It's sort of like falling off a cliff. And last but not least, you know, we've been talking about artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Okay, 60 Minutes this past Sunday had a great segment about AI.
Oh.
You've got a Roku, so I know you can get.
Yeah, pro or anti?
It's look-see.
Okay.
Like, I guess Hemingway wrote a story about baby shoes that was only 6 words long.
Oh, that's the saddest story ever written.
And they put it into the Bard. That's what Google is calling their AI. And Bard wrote this great big long paragraph after that. You know, they told Bard, finish this story. And so Bazinga, within about 4 or 5 seconds, it cranked out this verbosity. And speaking of verbosity.
Oh, wait. I just want to fill in, and people are saying, what is he talking about? Hemingway wrote this 6-word story. I can't, you know, it's only 6 words, but I can't remember. It's something like baby, like brand.
Well, let's Google it.
Baby shoes for sale, never worn.
I'm sure I can find it if I just go.
Something like that. Yeah.
H.E. Hemingway.
I didn't realize it was Ernest Hemingway.
6-word story.
Yeah, read it to us, guys.
Now, just watch my hands. Can't do a thing with them. The 6-word short story, for sale, baby shoes, never worn.
There you go.
That's what Hemingway put down.
Yeah.
And they gave it to Bard. And
the software wrote
look up the 60 Minute story. It's really, really good.
Long story.
And speaking of AI, you notice my tagline now says looking to succeed in the digital space.
Nice.
That is the big umbrella that covers what I do. I mean, I cover SEO, I cover digital marketing, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So whatever the widget is that you're applying your effort to, I probably got it. If it's involved with succeeding in digital space, if it's putting up links for your May 13th fundraiser at Paul's Chapel, you can make that reach out. I would encourage you to put in an event like that. The Epilepsy Association of NC needs to have a Twitter account.
Well,
I mean, if you got a Gmail, then just sign it up for Twitter. Just say, I want Epilepsy Association of North Carolina, yada, yada. I did that for Route 6. Route 6 Tourist Association covers 3,625 miles cross country, 14 states, about 600 communities. And we set up a Twitter account. And then in Twitter, you can have lists. So who manages the highway? Department of Transportation.
Mm-hmm.
There's one for every state. And in California, because it's so big, we're in District 9. If you tried to list all the events and goings on and traffic wrecks and everything in California, you'd fill up the whole webpage just with that stuff.
Yeah.
So finding out who's the epilepsy associations in America.
We have an American Epilepsy Association
And
Facebook.
they probably have a list of every state.
No.
Well,
we
now you got your homework, Roxanne.
I do, because nobody on Twitter has listed, or on Facebook. Excuse me, they haven't. They don't have American Epilepsy.
Well, that's part of how you succeed in the digital space.
But you know what? A lot of people, especially when it comes to those politicians, Twitter is kind of a big deal. And you should probably follow all of the North Carolina legislatures on their because you can tweet directly to them.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah, because you can get a cheap page set up. You can do it free on WordPress.com.
Mm-hmm.
And for the price of a domain name, which I paid $12 for a year on Google, I have a Google My Business page.
Mm-hmm.
I paid for that domain for 3 years for $36. I know there's hosting outfits out there. They charge that much for 1 month. They'll charge $30. So
yeah,
there's some arrows in the quiver for you.
Well, we do have a Facebook page just for us, and then we split up into counties.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody in just one county is having a fundraiser, they put it there, and then they put it on our main page.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have it where it goes, that business page on Facebook goes to, oh, shoot, it just left my mind. I don't know why it left my mind. Not Pinterest, the other one. It goes, you can share. Facebook shares to Instagram. Yes.
Yeah, because Facebook owns Instagram. That makes sense.
It goes there.
Another thing about Twitter, though, is that you can use hashtags and actually track.
Well, I have everything we do listed as Epilepsy Association after my Twitter name, which is Seizure the Day.
I like that.
Like my show on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, well, no, I do them on Thursday. I'm sorry. I talked to the person on Sunday, but we get the show out on Thursday. But on
YouTube, right?
On YouTube, yeah.
Seizure the Day.
Seizure of the Day. And then also, let's see, what was I going to say? We do have a web page.
Mm-hmm.
And then that I have
in this NCH 172, you referenced the Samantha Rose Davis Act. That's the finished product. You got the finished deal. So that means you've got a recipe or notes someplace that how you do that.
Yeah.
Because I know there's probably 49 other states that don't have a Samantha Rose Davis Act. So you could probably, once you build your list of all the different states and their epilepsy thing, you can send them an email and just say, this is what we did. You got one of these?
Oh, you mean like get South Carolina and then Tennessee?
Yeah. Well, Virginia has it passed. Tennessee, South Carolina, Texas.
Oh.
Yeah. So a lot of states have passed their own act, and you named them. That's funny. You named them because they have passed it. But what is up with North Carolina?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. Okay.
And
Well,
that's
we really have
probably
to get
had something to do with you having such success in the legislature. They just looked at these other states and said, "Hey, how y'all doing?" And
Well,
and they said they better get on the bus.
Yeah, for real.
one of actually the vice president of the Epilepsy Association was on the news in South Carolina
Hmm.
about it, because and talking with wonderful. I'll mention the two great in there in the House of Representatives, legislators. That
Yeah.
it was Keith Kidwell, John Hardister. They really worked and got it passed. I mean,
Nice.
they were great, and so
Nice.
thank them definitely. And we'll probably give them plaques to hang on the wall that they worked the hardest to get this passed.
Oh, absolutely. Thank them.
Yes, yeah.
They live and breathe for that stuff. Every time
I've
they
written
can get
about
a
them.
pat on the back, it's something they can hold up and say, "Look what I got." You know.
Mhm. Yeah, I wrote about them on because I have my own personal one and then the business one
Hmm.
but it's two different things because it's not mine's not business, mine's personal.
Hmm.
So it talks more about a person having epilepsy, but I've also put about thanking them on both pages. So yeah, they did a lot.
Roxanne, I have to say that phone behind you is so cool.
Wrong with my grandma gave that to
It
me.
still
Wow.
works too. She uses it every day.
I do. It
Well, how did
rings.
they
Well,
did they tap the bar? How did you hold the thing to your
well,
ear?
I'm afraid to open it up because in the
Okay.
back of it,
Hmm.
there's screws where you take the plaque off, and I've looked up about the phones where some
Hmm.
of them have when you ring it, it'll touch on like something that's in there.
Oh.
Yeah, so rolling that little thing, it
I think that
helps.
that crank
Like,
handle charges up
yeah,
the signal to send it through the pipe.
right there's the
Oh.
signal. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that just hangs it up. But and then see the bells, they'll ring if you have to pick it up. But
That's cool.
it is, it is. Thank you.
Actually, I'll be right back. I'm going to show you something.
Oh, good. She's
Oh,
going.
okay.
You know, there's a rule, Roxanne. When she goes off camera,
Mm-hmm.
then I just say, "Echo, tell me a joke."
What do you call a grizzly without any teeth? A gummy bear.
Oh. Oh.
That's
Good one.
good.
So
Good
you can
one.
blame Pat for those gummy bears.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That's my grandparents' old phone.
You know, I was thinking if I had one of those, like you're holding in your hand, Pat, and I held it up to my granddaughters and said, "Do you know what this is?" Because they've never seen one, I'm sure.
Mm, yeah.
Oh, you know
My,
what? I went to this presentation where the Page family they own this. Well, there was a grocery store, the Page grocery store on Fayetteville Street. It hasn't been open probably since I was a young or kid or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, they were giving a talk about their grocery store from back in the olden days, and they had some artifacts out. And there are these two little boys. They were like maybe 7 or 8 years old, and they were looking at the phone.
Yeah.
Well, it was similar to this.
Like, what the heck is
And they were
that?
like, "What's that?" And I held up, I said, "You see this?" And they said, "Oh, it's me and my sister, by the way."
Right.
And they said, "Yeah, that's a phone." I said, "Well, this is that from maybe 70 years ago." They're like, I said, "Try
How
to
does
dial a
it work?
number."
Yeah.
And they were like, they couldn't figure it. I told them to dial the number, and it was the cutest thing. It
On
was
Facebook,
so
there's different
cute.
people on Facebook that have put. You remember when the phone used to be mounted on the wall?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everybody had one mounted on the wall. And the caption of that meme says, "At least you always knew where it was." Think of the times that you've looked for your cell phone, right?
You know what? They should put these have wall mounters for these.
Uh-huh.
Hilarious.
Couple pieces of Velcro and you got it.
In fact, their phone number is still on there, 6824304. I wonder who has that number now. Ooh, I should dial and see.
But you didn't have to put in area codes.
Oh, I can remember
yeah.
when the prefix of the phone number was letters.
Oh yeah, RA30910 was my old phone
Yeah.
number.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
the first phone number I
Active
can
3.
remember from when I was like in grade school started with EL,
Okay.
and that was shorthand for Elliot. You know, there always was
Okay.
like
Mine was
we moved to Walla Walla. We had Jackson, and it was JA.
Here's the thing,
blah, blah, blah.
though. Here's the thing, though. I went to college in rural Alabama. You only needed 4 numbers because everybody's phone started with 362. You didn't need the area code. Everybody's phone number was 362 something. So if there was a not 36, well, something similar. But anyway, the bulletin boards, rather the poster boards outside on the highway only
Right.
gave 4 numbers, 4 digits for the phone. That's all you needed to know. And coming from Chicago, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. This is outrageous that you would only need 4 digits.
Well, thanks for having us on, and thanks for talking about the water deal, because I'm going to chase that. I know some people involved in the government in Kennewick, and I'll bend their ear, say, hey,
if you could get something going, that would save you all a lot of water for sure.
Well, plus I can talk Southern. So enable them to understand this better. I can pull out the how y'all doing today
there you go.
at a drop of a hat.
How y'all doing?
I worked with a guy when I worked in Charleston years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, the first thing out of his mouth, how y'all doing today?
I love it.
Every day. I mean, take it to the bank. That was like McDonald's has got golden arches. Well, James Hayes is. How y'all doing today? He's passed away now, rest his soul. He was a great guy.
I had a neighbor back home. I'm from Chicago, but if you're in my generation, South Sider, Black, for the most part, your parents are going to be from the deep South.
Oh, he was born and raised.
And so I had a neighbor that would say, "How y'all darn? How y'all darn?"
Well,
no, I got dogs barking. I gotta go. Thanks for having us.
Okay, guys. See you.
Don't be afraid to check out that 60 Minutes.
Okay.
Well, I got something coming from Texas back home to where everybody is, my family in North Carolina. I was probably 7. I think I was around 7. My grandma told me, will you go get that, and whatever it was, over yonder?
Over yonder?
And I didn't know what yonder was. And I looked at Mama, I said, what's yonder?
I had a friend who was driving from Chicago to, I can't remember, but he was in West Virginia and he asked for directions and they said it was over yonder way.
Wow.
He said, where is yonder way? And I've heard of over yonder. That's not too strange to me, but over yonder way. That was something new.
And coming, I'm in South America and then Texas, I say aunt. And my husband would always get on to me, say, no, it's aunt. I say, well, I say
you grew up with aunt.
Yeah, so,
Although I say aunt, but when talking about my aunt, sometimes I'll say auntie.
Yeah.
But I refer to her. Well, actually, we called her TT. But yeah, it was aunt and uncle, not aunt and uncle. But a lot of kids said aunt or ain't.
Yeah.
So actually, it's what really tickles me is all the different words for grandmother, Nana and Big Mama and Mima and I can't think. There's a bunch of them.
Mine's Mama.
Mama, okay.
Mama. And then there's Granny.
Yeah. I had grandmother and grandma because I had
Okay.
two. So I had to make the distinction. So one was grandmother, one was grandma. I didn't hear about Mima until years later and Mama.
Yeah, Mama. And then
But Nana was popular in
other
Chicago.
one's just Ma. Ma and Paul.
Ma and Paul, yeah.
But I do want to mention, well, one thing that I wonder,
Mhm.
talking about the phone with the kids.
Mhm.
Well, have they ever had potato sack races?
You know what? I saw a potato sack race in Durham Central Park years ago. And it was
Okay.
the cutest thing. It was
Well,
so cute.
we're going to do that at the car show. Maybe with
Excellent.
the parents against the kids or something like that.
Oh, you know what else is? It might be kind of expensive nowadays, but the egg race where you hold the egg on the spoon.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she cleans up the mess though.
Right.
But still, the egg race, the sack race.
And the little corn toss, we'll have those.
Cornhole.
Cornholes. Yeah, the
Yeah,
corn. Yeah,
cornhole.
not corn toss. But we're gonna have that in a bouncy house. So
Now, when is this?
it's May the 13th. It's in May.
Okay. Not in Durham though. It's going to be where?
No, it's gonna be in Lexington
Well, we
at
can plan
a
that.
church, Paul's Chapel, and I'll put that out there. And
Okay.
it's a weird address.
Well, as long as GPS can help you, then
Yeah, it can.
yeah. Once you got GPS, you're good. But
Mhm.
Roxanne, thank you again for stopping by. As
Oh,
always funny to drop by. And I will get that information from you, and I'll put it on the health page and the legal page of the Durham Sky
wonderful.
Writer.
Yeah, thank
It's
you.
both, health and legal related. So yeah, I'll be happy to do that. Let's get
Thank
this
you.
to the Senate
Oh, Senate, yes.
and help the kids because if it's really, I don't want to downplay it because children died, but if it's really simple to save a life, there's just no reason that those children had to die. I'm not trying to blame anybody, but
No, well,
if,
right.
if
I
it's
understand.
if all it takes is learning how within an
Mhm.
hour to save a little one's life or,
Yeah.
or grown-up's life, I think it's our duty to do that. If we're going to be around people who have epilepsy, I mean, they're not banished to their homes. I mean, they're out here, and I think if they need the help and it only takes an hour to learn how to help them, why not?
Right. And yeah, and I didn't even think about pushing when they have the first aid classes at
Oh, let
the
me write that down. American Red Cross.
yeah.
We should contact the director. And what did you call it? Seizure first aid?
First
What did you
aid.
call it?
Just
Seizure
seizure first aid.
first
Yeah.
aid. And this would be a nice. Actually, here's the thing. When we contact the American Red Cross, the first thing that you should tell them is that in celebration or in conjunction with the passage of this in the House, that we
Yeah.
would like to see the American Red Cross to continue this effort and offer a seizure first aid class.
Because we've even talked to Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts
Mhm,
to add it to the CPR
mhm.
after the,
Do they still have the badges?
well, yeah.
Okay. So they can get a seizure first aid badge, maybe.
We'll have to make some.
Yeah, purple. Isn't that your color for the
Purple. Yeah.
Epilepsy Association?
Yeah.
If it's allowed, I don't know how that works, but if you could, yeah, have some purple patches. I don't know if they still do that with the
Well,
sash.
we've made some pins, and they'll be there at the car show.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's some for kids. that's just said it's just a little purple ribbon if that's all they want,
Mhm,
or and then the one with our emblem.
mhm.
So we're gonna have some of those at the car show.
Nice. Okay. I
Yeah.
love the work you're doing, Roxanne. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I'm not the only one. Gosh.
Oh, you and your group, I should say.
Yeah, yeah. The group, yeah.
For sure. It is a group effort. You're doing a lot. And with your show on YouTube, I know you're really dispensing a lot of I've seen a couple of your shows and they're really good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I
Really good.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, so, all righty.
Well,
Thank
thank you,
you.
Roxanne. Post that info and I'll add it to the Skywriter. And
Okay.
I'll talk to you again real soon.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be just jumping for joy because of Senate. So,
Well, I can't see why they wouldn't pass it. I mean, there's no reason why they wouldn't, even though
right.
they haven't. But obviously, there's some barriers have to be broken down. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
something's wrong, and
Yep.
so we figure out what. Maybe there's more questions.
I guess, but I mean, doesn't cost a lot. I mean, the
Yeah.
class is free. Just pay for
No,
poster
I mean about
board.
epilepsy itself.
Yeah, the
probably
class
have
for
to-
the seizure first aid is free online. You don't
Yeah,
even have to leave your house.
yeah,
So, yeah, and then
mm,
just a poster.
yeah. Well, it's easy for us because we're on the page already, but I'm
Yeah,
thinking that something's holding somebody back. Somebody needs to learn more about epilepsy itself in order to see the value of what's
yeah,
needed. Because we talked about it on an earlier appearance when you were on my show, how some people thought that epilepsy had some kind of
or bit
strange relation.
possessed or something. They
Yeah.
just want to fall to the floor and shake because they're possessed, but
Yeah.
no.
And it might be somebody with old fashioned ideas who, like me, grew up with the wrong idea. I grew up hearing you got to put a spoon in their mouth. Maybe they grew up
Mm,
hearing it was demonic possession.
yeah,
Because you said, and I read it somewhere, that some people had that misguided,
yeah.
idea. So obviously somebody needs to be reschooled.
Well, two of the shows I've compared to how churches,
Mm-hmm.
those two churches dealt with the people that were members that had it.
Mm-hmm.
One said, "Hey, you have to leave. You're possessed." Yeah,
This is in
made that.
modern day, right?
Yes, this was in 19. Well, it was 1970
Okay.
was when this person was, and then I don't know, probably more towards 1980 when
Mm-hmm.
the other lady she had them, and would get up and walk around the church.
Mm-hmm.
They just let her do it.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
didn't kick her out. So I
Mhm.
mean, it's just so much difference
Yeah.
in how people deal with it. So
Well, some old ideas die slowly, and maybe somebody needs a little talking to.
yeah.
But we'll get to work on that, and we're gonna work. We're gonna get it passed for sure.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done for me
Oh, sure.
too. Yeah.
I
So
love when
thank
you drop by. I love your work, and I'll talk to you again real soon, Roxanne.
all right.
Okay. Take care.
You too.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye. Always fun when friends drop by. That's Roxanne Davenport. Guy, our cook, also dropped by. You can drop by as well. I do Bull City Hangout every weekday at noon, usually live. And come to think of it, I think I'm going to have to pre record tomorrow's show because there's two events I'm supposed to be attending tomorrow. So I think one starts at noon. So I will probably be pre recorded tomorrow. But the next day, let's see, the rest of the week, well, let's see, Thursday and Friday I'll be live. Saturday, I might also have to pre-record my show because I'm DJing for Operation Medicine Drop, which is an Earth Day event. So yeah, if you want to come on the show like Roxanne and Guy did, that'll have to be Thursday or Friday. So with that, have a beautiful day. If you could share this out, I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow. pre-recorded at noon for Bull City Hangout. Ciao for now.